beautiful souls. I gotta be quiet because we're still in the quiet hours at my apartment. Of course, the funny part is that on the weekends, like, it'd be 3 o'clock in the morning and people still, like, talking very loud outside. But I'm gonna try to keep the sense of integrity here. Some of us here have finally took the leap of faith, leaving everything behind. And I'll tell you what, it's not the wrong choice. Especially if, it drains you and, it's bringing out the worst of you. What we're trying to do is bring out the best qualities of us. Because that's what life needs right now. That's what people need you right now. Like they really need you to be there when for them, How would I express this thoughts? Some of us here are healers, or speakers. Your words and your energy, it helps people. Like even during my journey, I didn't realize how much I helped people until I started talking to them. And then when I started elevating my energy, I noticed their energy starts to elevate. And when I was talking to them about it, they're like, yeah, dude, there's just something about you that's just different, but we love that about you. And that's the same goes with you. And keep in mind, you are on the right track. You're on the right path. I know it sucks that you have to leave, loved ones behind. But at the same time, you got to pour into yourself. You got to pour into yourself. Because again, we have to honor, but at the same time, we got to honor these cycles, And with this full moon, some of us here, we're leaving so we can, we're like this little worm who's going on our little journey to find the right place to go in our little cocoon, Some of us here might need to be going back to the hermit to do some inner work so that way we can transform into this beautiful butterfly. Of course, honor these cycles, even like the negative stuff that happens, it's there for a reason. Without the pain and suffering, how else we're going to learn? Life is very confusing. Even I'm still trying to understand what the whole point of this, life experience, going through the pain and suffering just, to stop existing, because that's what's going to happen to all of us one day. And the question is, I guess, are we going to live with the suffering, or are we going to live without it before our death? I know it sounds very confusing, but let's just say that, this reality is a learning experience. So you can take this knowledge with you whenever you go experience another aspect of life. With that in mind, how would I say this? If you believe in reincarnation, you are that's why certain things happen to your life and you don't understand why it happens to you, because you have done things in your past life that are kind of bouncing back. Even if, you live this fulfilled life and you go experience another one, guess what? You may not remember it right then and there, but you will eventually get that knowledge come back to you, because life is a mirror towards you. Whatever's happening on the inside is happening on the outside. It's just, with the ego in play and we put the labels on things, people, we tend to elude ourselves from, seeing the truth. I've been talking here. I need to draw a card. Yep, see, this reality is knowledge and wisdom. And again, we're going somewhere to stabilize our mind to learn from this, With this lizard here, lizards have significance, but a lot of us are going that, fight and flight mode still. I know during my journey around the U.S., I was in that state. I can't believe I made it that far in less than a year. But keep in mind, even when things feel uncertain, life is always there for you. You just have to take action or take some kind of offer when someone throws it at you. One thing I learned in my life is that you're always going to be helped in some way, shape, and form. Let me see. And then, it's just a question is, are we going to be very receptive towards it? And to me, when you're more receptive, that's when you become more wealthy and abundant. It's not really as materialistic as people think it is. It's just, to me, the psychology behind wealth is being, learning how to accept things. And, as we're going that cocoon phase and becoming a butterfly, we're going to be free from, a lot of us here are going to be free from, this, hardships that they're going through. You guys are on the right path, like I said. A lot of us here are here for a reason and a purpose, Again, I was talking about, when you're being free, you're healing people, Again, you will still have the you'll always have suffering, but the thing is, does it bother you anymore? It's always gonna be there, but, do you mind it? Again, once we be free, we're gonna be everywhere we go. People's going to see you as this inspirational, spiritual leader, who's overcame the hardships. Let me see here. Yeah, you're coming to a completion. Just again, we gotta, a lot of us here, once we reach our destination, it's time for our inner work. Or right now you can do that inner work. But again, we just got to relocate somewhere else to be able to focus on that. One more card. Yeah, because, once we do that, life's going to pour into us and we're going to take flight into the things we want to do in life. Thank you guys for being a part of this reading. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye for now.